Happy Aloha Friday, everyone, and welcome back to the CO2 Rundown. I'm your host, Chad Owens. We made it through yet another week, and I hope it was a successful one for all of you. We've got an exciting show for you guys today, as always, closing out this week on the CO2 Rundown. But before we get into it, I gotta say mahalo to Long Drugs for all of their support. Let's make Long Drugs a part of our day. Let's dive on in to the CO2 Rundown. The University of Hawaii Rainbow Warrior football team will have its final full contact practice tomorrow, and it's going to be a scrimmage. They're simulating game day, which is coming up very soon. August 27th against Vanderbilt is right around the corner. Now look, this is the time where if you're on the bubble, right, starting almost there, this is where you can separate yourself. Game-like situations, who's going to show up when the lights are brightest? And that's what the coaches are looking for, especially at the pivotal position, the quarterback position, in which I'm hearing they're not going to announce a starter up until, game time of game week. And that's just to sort of give the opponents, give Vanderbilt something more to think of. Okay, who's going to be the quarterback? But the top four right now have been Braden Shager, who played last year, has the most experience on this football team. Joey Yellen, who's a transfer from Pitt. Cameron Cooper, who transferred in from Washington State. And then Jake Farrell, who we know had just recently earned his scholarship. Those four guys have been battling it out throughout camp. They all possess the qualities to lead this football team, according to Coach Timmy Chang. So it's going to be interesting come tomorrow's scrimmage. They're just going to let the guy emerge. Whoever comes out on top, whoever earns the respect of the locker room, and whoever makes the plays. And at the end of the day, it's about who's going to give this football team the best chance to win each and every week. But the good thing is that you've got four potential starters. So that means whoever becomes the guy, you know that you're going to have solid quality backups that at any point in the season, if something was to happen, someone can step in and the machine can continue to operate efficiently. And that's a good thing as coaches to know you have in your back pocket. Look, I'm excited. I know we're all excited to get this season going. It's been a 180-degree turn from what we were experiencing the past couple of seasons. And now all of these players have bought in. I believe the state has bought in, and head coach Timmy Chang and his staff and this entire football team has everyone's full support. Let's go Bows. Woo, look, it is game time tonight as we're kicking off another exciting weekend in prep football here. Starting tonight, though, like I said, Mililani is taking on third ranked in the country from California, Mission Viejo, who is coming into town, with a chip on their shoulder, wanting to elevate their game. But here comes Mililani, who's coming off of a huge season opening win against St. Louis last week. Very convincing win. Their confidence is through the roof, and they've got something to prove. And anytime a local team gets to face off against a mainland team, that chip grows even bigger. The support from the entire state comes behind you. And so I know these boys are fired up. I can't wait. Kickoff is tonight at 7:30. I cannot wait to tune in because we're going to be bringing the hit sticks. We're going to be letting them know that we are about that action tonight. But here's my advice, right? In a game like this, where the stakes seem higher, the lights are going to seem brighter because you are trying to represent more than yourself, more than your team. You're trying to represent the state. But sometimes when we get in those situations, we get outside of our focus. We start trying to do too much. Football is about doing your job the same way you do it, right? To the best of your ability, that you've been doing each and every day at practice, that you've repped and prepped. Do it that way, right? The games should be a lot easier than practices. So that's my little tip for you guys is don't step outside of what you do on a daily basis. Do what you do. Let your talent take over. Let your natural instincts take over, right? You got the support from the state. You got the talent to get it done. You're putting your trust in your coaches to put you in the positions to win. So just go out there and do what you've been doing every single day at practice. It's just another rep, right? That's the way you have to look at it. So let's go Trojans. And I'm just looking forward to a great game. This is going to be exciting. Make sure you guys tune in. Utah transfer middle blocker Kennedy Evans got cleared to finally practice with our Rainbow Wahine volleyball team. She's excited to be here. The 6'2", again, middle blocker, has a business administration degree and has 2 years left of eligibility. And in these 2 years, she's going to also be pursuing her master's in international business administration. So look, although she's going to be working on that master's, I think she's already got a master's degree in blocking and being an excellent threat and force to be reckoned with in that middle there. So look, I know we've upgraded our roster, and I've said this countless times. Everybody wants to come and be a part of this culture. Yeah, our Rainbow Wahine volleyball team is unbelievable. It's the best. Got the best coach in the country. And, you know, I just think everyone looks at our teams and just sees the joy. Right? They're probably looking up on Instagram and looking at, man, look at where they get to live. Look at that practice. Look at the culture. Look at what they get to do together. And look at how they've come together as a unit. They want to be a part of it. And so, Kennedy, hey, we welcome you with aloha. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, and I'm glad that you are looking forward to being part of the sisterhood and, you know, diving into this culture and bringing your experience, your knowledge, and your talent to an already loaded program. We're looking to continue to climb this ladder of excellence. And so, congratulations, good luck. And guys, for more on this one, make sure you guys take a deeper dive in this article in today's Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Let's go Bows. Shifting gears, sir, we're going to head into the MMA, specifically the UFC, where this has been an ongoing fight, where the fighters don't get paid enough. Well, according to Dana White, he says the fighters get paid what fighters should be getting paid. Dana White believes it's fair. A lot of the fighters, and you guys have seen the tweets from Jake Paul, right? Pulling UFC, former MMA fighters over into the boxing world, paying them, you know, all this money, saying that Dana White doesn't pay his fighters, doesn't take care of his fighters, there's no health care provided for them, you know, post-career, all of this stuff. And there has been, you know, lawsuits and things filed against the UFC by former fighters. But at the end of the day, the UFC isn't unionized. You look at other sporting arenas, right? NBA, NFL, the CFL, NHL, they all have, it's a union. They have player reps, players association, and that's why they get the collective bargaining agreements. And most other sports arenas, you know, players get paid around 50% of the total revenue that's gained. That's not the case in the UFC. It's somewhere around 20% is what these fighters are getting. And let's just be honest, like, you know, the fight world, it's an individual sport, right? And not everyone's gonna be the champion. You gotta work your way up to that status. And don't get me wrong, those champions, those guys, the Kamaru Usmans, right, Max Holloways, when, you know, these guys, when they're in their prime, they're winning fights, fighting for belts and holding on to belts, those guys get paid, right? They get paid a nice amount because they're the draw, right? If you're not the draw of the card, then you're not going to get paid as much. But hey, I like Dana's thought process to some degree. You can earn your money, right? He's got knockout bonuses, fight of the nights, where he awards these bonuses, which in my opinion is cool. But as a former athlete myself, I'm always looking for, okay, longevity, right? We dedicate so much to this thing. It's not about what we're doing while we're playing. So how are we going to be taken care of after we're playing? Especially fighters, right? These people go through some damage. They take damage. You know, and one may say, well, they know what they're signing up for. Same as football players. You know what you're signing up for. Okay, but hey, we still want to know that we're protected. We still want to know that our families are going to be taken care of, you know, financially, And so, this will be an ongoing argument for years to come. At the end of the day, man, the UFC, from what it was to where it is now, that growth is exponential, right? Fans love it, people love it, selling out arenas at every event. But for me, I'm always going to err on the side of the athletes. So I do want to see these fighters get paid more. I do want to see them, their futures secure. And that's, I think, what we're all fighting for as athletes. And so with that, hey, let's continue to follow along this. And if there's more updates, I'm going to give it to you here on the CO2 Rundown. And that is it for today's show. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in on this beautiful Aloha Friday afternoon. Mahalo again to Long Drugs for all of your support. Let's make Long Drugs a part of our days. It is the weekend, so you know what time it is. Relax, reset, and recover so you can give yourself a chance for another winning week. Enjoy the weekend, everyone. Aloha.